Hello friends, Pastor John Lomaking here at General Conference Session 2025. We're about to have a Mack attack. You heard me right. And how that Mack attack is going to impact your life. Good to have Nancy Mack here at General Conference. Good to see you, Nancy.
Thank you. It's so much fun to be here at the General Conference Session.
Here you are at the 3ABN podcast booth. Tell us a little bit about yourself and the ministry you represent.
I am representing the Adventist Child India program in India.
Okay.
My husband Bill and I work there. We've been working there for 12 and a half years.
Okay.
And we are taking care of children that are Adventist children being educated in our Adventist school system. We have 1,463 children right at this point.
Wow. How long has that ministry been in existence?
Dorothy Watts started in 2005.
Okay.
And we have taken it over in 2013.
Now, before you move, do you live in India now?
Yes.
What part of India?
We live at Hosur, which is the headquarters of our division there.
Okay.
But we don't stay very often there. Mm-hmm. We tend to travel all over India seeing our children because the 34 schools that we are working with, they're all over India. They're not just in one area.
So it's not just one location, but about 34 different locations?
Yes.
So how do you handle that? What kind of staffing do you have?
Well, we have 5 people that help us that live in Hosur, and we are very thankful for them. And then there's Bill and I who travel all over India by car, by rickshaw, by bus, by plane, by motorcycle even at times.
Okay.
So, yeah, we travel all over seeing our children, make sure they're there, that they're getting their uniforms and their books and their education, plus 3 meals a day and a place to sleep.
So is it northern, central, and southern India, or where is it mostly located?
All over, from the northeast to the North India, to the Punjab, to Tamil Nadu, to Andhra, through everywhere.
So how do you get your children? How are they selected to be a part of your program?
There's a couple ways that we do it. There's pastors that are working that need to have giving us the information. They have to give us the information, and then we definitely check out the children. They have to be very poor or semi-orphans, and their parents usually make about $1 to $2 max every day. That's it.
Wow.
So when they have a big family, then it's hard for them, and we want our Adventist children to become educated.
So the families, do any families come and say, here is my child, I want you to raise them? How does that work?
Well, they haven't asked us to raise them, but they definitely have asked us to educate them.
Okay.
And sometimes we're able to do so, but it's very hard because we have to find sponsors first. And if we don't have the sponsors, we really can't sponsor a child.
So how can someone become a sponsor of the programs?
Oh, they can get on our website, www.adventistchild.in.
Okay, which is for India.
For Adventist Child India, correct.
Okay. And if you talk about the programs, tell me some of the things that are incorporated in your program.
Well, we definitely make sure they get their education, a place to sleep, a place to eat, get a good Christian Adventist education, and also nurturing. We definitely spend time with our children. We go to each school, and last time I actually make donuts at every school.
Wow.
And the kids actually helped me, and it was quite funny because my donuts weren't round. They were all different shapes, but that's okay. They tasted good, and the kids had a blast. Or I do science projects, or we have little devotions with them and pray with them and talk to them and try to counsel them and help them say, come on, follow Christ. You have to have a relationship with Christ, not just being known as a Seventh-day Adventist.
Well, now what about those that come maybe from a Hindu or Muslim background? How does that work?
Well, they're getting educated in our Adventist school system, so then of course they're raised there and taught, and they're able to learn about our Christian experiences, and people can have that problem.
So what are some of the challenges you face and that you believe our audience could help you with?
Well, I think the biggest problem is sponsorship.
Okay.
And if they can't help with sponsorship, I really believe in prayer.
Okay.
And I really believe that the Lord says to each of us what we should or should not do and help. And I think that way they can maybe help by just praying for us.
These are precious jewels getting prepared for the kingdom.
Yes, definitely.
Last question. Do any of those students grow up and come back to be a part of the helping program?
Yes, we have a college education now that we put 35 children through school. Mm-hmm. They're educated in theology, teaching, accounting, and nursing.
Wow. Well, Nancy, thank you so much for joining us today on 3ABN Podcasting, and thank you, those of you that have been a part of this. You can join and you can support. You got the information. Until next time, God bless you.
Thank you.